Today we will start our ninth chapter, that is the carbon compounds. What are the carbon compounds? What are its properties? We have to study about these points in this chapter. Before we study what is the carbon compounds. The carbon compounds means all the compounds having carbon as a constituent element are called as the organic compounds. And the compounds carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbide salts, carbonate salts and bicarbonate salts are exception. They are inorganic compounds of carbon. That means carbon is the main component of the carbon compounds. We have to study bonds in carbon compounds. What are the bonds in carbon compounds? You have studied in the last standard what are the ionic compounds, and we have seen the properties of ionic compounds. We know that the ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points, and they conduct electricity in the molten and dissolved state. You have also seen that these properties of ionic compounds are explained on the basis of ionic bonds in them. The table 9.1 shows melting and boiling points of few carbon compounds. All these values higher or lower as compared to the ionic compounds. Generally, the melting and boiling points of carbon compounds are found to be lower than 300 degrees Celsius. You can see this in the table 9.1. The melting and boiling points are less than the 300 degrees Celsius. From this, we understood that the intermolecular attractive forces are weak in carbon compounds. Intermolecular means between the molecules, that attractive force is the weak. Therefore, boiling and melting points are low in these compounds. While testing the electrical conductivity of carbon compounds, glucose and urea, they are not electrical conductors. Generally, most of the carbon compounds are found to be bad conductors of electricity. From this, we can understand that structures of most of the carbon compounds lack ionic bonds. It means that the chemical bonds in carbon compounds do not produce ions. And the relationship between electronic configuration and valency of an element, and also about the ionic and covalent bonds, we have studied in the last standard. Now we have to study the background of electronic configuration of carbon and covalent bonds formed. You can see in table 9.2, carbon atom has atomic number 6 and its electronic configuration is 2 and 4, and number of electrons in valence shell are 4. Now carbon will try to get nearby noble gas and configuration of nearby noble gas and electronic configuration. Here two nearby noble gases are helium and neon. Carbon try to get the electronic configuration of these elements to become stable. The driving force behind the formation of bond by the atoms is to attain the stable electronic configuration of the nearby noble gas and obtain stability. As the valence shell of carbon contains 4 electrons, they have many alternative routes to attain a noble gas configuration. There are three routes through which carbon can attain the noble gas configuration. First is to attain the configuration of noble gas helium by losing one after another all the 4 valence electrons. In this method, the net positive charge on the carbon atom goes on increasing during loss of the every electron. Therefore, to lose the next electron, more energy is required, which makes the task more difficult. Moreover, the carbon 4 plus cation and would ultimately form in this process becomes unstable in spite of its noble gas configuration. Because it has a small size with high net charge, therefore carbon atom does not take this route to obtain a noble gas configuration. To obtain the stable configuration of the noble gas, second method is to obtain the stable configuration of noble gas neon by accepting one by one the 4 electrons in the valence shell. In this method, the net negative charge on the carbon atom goes on increasing while accepting every new electron. Therefore, more energy required for accepting the next electron by overcoming the increasing repulsive force make the task more and more difficult. Moreover, the C plus C4 minus anion ultimately formed would be unstable in spite of its noble gas configuration, as it would have a small size with high net charge, making it difficult for the nuclear charge plus 6 to hold 10 electrons around it. Therefore, carbon atom does not take this route to attain a noble gas configuration. That means the first two routes are not possible for the carbon atoms to get the stability. Then see the third method, to attain the configuration of neon by sharing 4 electrons of valence shell with 4 valence electrons of other atoms. In this method, two atoms share valence electrons with each other. Valence shells of both the atoms overlap and accommodate the shared electron. As a result, both the atoms attain a noble gas configuration without generating any net charge on them, which means that atom remain electrically neutral. Due to these factors, atom attains stability, and therefore carbon atom adopt this route to attain a noble gas configuration. That means the third method is suitable for carbon to get the stability. The chemical bond formed by sharing of two valence electrons between the two atoms is called as a covalent bond. That means the bond formed by sharing, that is a covalent bond. A covalent bond is represented clearly by drawing an electron dot structure. In this method, a circle is drawn around the atomic symbol, and each of the valence electrons is indicated by a dot or a cross. The covalent bond formed between the atoms is indicated by showing the circles around the atomic symbols crossing each other. The shared electrons are shown in the overlapping regions of the two circles by dot or cross. The electron dot structure is also drawn without showing the circle. One pair of shared electrons constitutes one covalent bond. A covalent bond is also represented by a small line joining the symbols of the two atoms, and the line structure is also called as a structural formula. You can see the structural formula of hydrogen. It is shown by the two methods, electron dot structure and by showing the covalent bond. You can draw this. Hydrogen molecule, which is the simplest example of a molecule formed by a covalent bonding. Atomic number of hydrogen is 1 and its atom contains 1 electron in K shell. It requires one more electron to complete the K shell and attain the configuration of the helium. To meet this requirement, two hydrogen atoms share their electrons with each other to form H2 molecule, and one covalent bond, that is single bond, is formed between two hydrogen atoms by sharing of 2 electrons. It is shown in figure 9.3. The O2 molecule is formed by chemical combination of two oxygen atoms, and N2 molecule is formed by chemical combination of two nitrogen atoms. On drawing the electron dot structure of these two molecules, it becomes clear that the two oxygen atoms in O2 molecule are joined with each other by two covalent bonds, that is a double bond, while the two nitrogen atoms in the N2 molecule are joined with each other by 3 covalent bonds, that is a triple bond. Now let us consider a carbon compound methane, that is the CH4. You have learned about the occurrence, properties and uses of methane molecule in the previous standard. Just now we see the carbon atom formed from 4 covalent bonds using the 4 valence electrons and attain the configuration of nearby noble gas neon and obtain stability. Figure 9.5 shows the line structure and also the electron dot structure of the methane. Then the points given here, do you know, that is related from the syllabus. Use your brain power is also related from the syllabus. The structure of methane molecule, electron dot structure and covalent bond structure is shown in the figure 9.5. Thus today we have started our 9th chapter, that is carbon compound. In this we studied what are the carbon compounds and what are the main ingredients of carbon compound, and how bonds are formed in carbon compounds, and what are the properties of carbon compounds. Then we have studied the electron dot structure of the hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen molecule, and also the electron dot structure of the methane, that is the one of the most important carbon compound. Thus here we have studied these points today. You have to read all these points and you have to draw electron dot structure and covalent bond structure of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and methane in your notebook. Here we will stop today. Thank you.